From CBS 4, this is Aging Independently with Christine Bartel, empowering seniors to live on their own terms in their own homes.
Hi everybody, and welcome to our show. Aging Independently is all about helping people just like you maintain your independence. Our mission is to make sure you have the information to age independently at home. One of the best ways to stay in your homes is to get help when things get tough. Home care agencies like All Heart Home Care provide a vital service that keeps people aging independently. Janice Crowley is the CEO and president of All Heart Home Care. Thank you for being here, Janice.
Thank you for having me.
You have a specific example of a situation where a patient had no other option but to go to a facility, and you turned that around. Can you tell us about that?
Miss Elsie was one of our very first clients over 8 years ago, and her nieces had contacted us because they were just up in the air of what to do. She had been living at home, and they had been providing the care to her, and she became chronically ill in the hospital. When she was discharged, she was told the family either had to provide 24-hour care or she had to be put in a facility. At that time, they had no option. They had to put her in a nursing home because they could not stop working. They had families of their own to take care of.
So upon discharge, the two options were the family had to care for the patient, or Miss Elsie, for 24 hours.
Correct.
Which most adult children have jobs, or move to a nursing home.
That is correct. And that's what they did. They ended up having to put her in a nursing home. And so they contacted us about 8 months into her being in the nursing home and asked if there were options. And at that time, I went out and met with the family and the client at the nursing home to help them determine if they could bring her back home.
So when you got out to the home, what did you conclude?
Well, we took a nurse out with us because we have RNs on staff that go and assess the home to see if it's, safe for the environment for the client to come home and live at home. And once that was determined, then we were going to go in and provide live-in care for this client 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And that's something that the family just could not do. And then it gave them the option to be able to go back and just be her family.
Right. Which is imperative. So you went out, did an assessment, and I know there's certain criteria that qualify a person to have a live-in designation.
That's correct.
And that's just homemaker companion services, basically. So how did you get her home finally then?
Once we determined that it was okay for her to be at home and she qualified for the live-in, then we were able to go to the nursing home with her family, help bring her home, and then the caregivers stay 24 hours, and the max that she would have is 2 to 3 caregivers a week. And they do everything from helping her with her personal care, preparing her meals, doing her errands, and then companionship, and that was key. She loved being in her home, telling stories about her home and her life when she lived there.
Right, so part of this care isn't just about providing meals and shopping and errands and helping with medication administration. It's the companionship.
Right, it's that relationship with that client. They love sharing their life story, and it's a good history lesson for our caregivers. They love hearing about their lives. And it brought her life back to her, is what her nieces said.
I want to know, is this affordable? Because I know people are asking that. Is this something they can afford?
Absolutely. In fact, this family in particular has stated that this cost them less than what it did to be at the nursing home.
So staying at home with 24-hour care cost less than staying in a nursing home.
And it is the live-in care. There are different options as far as hourly to live-in care if they need 24-hour service. But if this helped that family get through this situation of how are we going to care for our loved one, we can't rotate shifts and leave our jobs and our own families, and it gave them the opportunity to go back and be family for their aunt.
Well, what you're doing must be very rewarding. Thank you so much for providing services that help people stay in their home. All Heart Home Care helps people age independently at home. They can help across the Metro Denver area and the entire Front Range of Colorado, from Fort Collins to Colorado Springs. Call them now at 303-996-0699 or visit their website, allhearthomecare.com. Remember, they can help with something as simple as running errands or support chronically ill people on a live-in basis. The goal is to help you live at home. Call them now, 303-996-0699. Thank you for watching Aging Independently. Join us next time for more information on staying independent in your home.